What's going on, people? Welcome back. Only Fact Sports. You already know what it is. Like the man, more Arsenal said, like the video. Like the video on the way in. Get us moving in the algorithm. We're on the road to 5K. We're over halfway there. Do you know what I'm saying? But we're back. We're back for another 3 o'clock kickoff. Another 3 o'clock kickoff game. Arsenal are at Burnley. And we've got a bunch of 3 o'clock kickoff games, to be fair. We've got a bunch of games. We're going to be trying to cover them all at the same time. What are the games we've got? Burnley against Arsenal, Crystal Palace against Brentford, which will be a big game. Um, we're 10 minutes away from kickoff now. I'll go through the teams. Fulham versus Wolves and Brighton against Leeds. In terms of the table, obviously Arsenal top of the table, 4 points clear. I don't really think 4 points is enough to say 4 points clear. It's literally you lose one game and you're right back in it. So I'm not sure that I sort of agree with that, the way that people are sort of framing it at the moment. What are you saying, AT? What's happening, my bro? Um, but yeah, just to get into some of the storylines of some of these games. Burnley, we are expecting Burnley to be very, very defensive in this game. This is a game that people talk about sleeping pill football. It won't be sleeping pill, but definitely Arsenal are going to have to relish their chances because let's be real, Burnley are not massively going to look to attack. Burnley at the moment, if as I'm looking at the table, are 16th with 10 points. They've only scored. How many goals have Burnley scored? 12 goals, conceded 7. Scored 12. They've scored a respectable amount of goals, but they've conceded 17 goals, -5 goal difference, and 2 losses, 2 wins, and a draw from the last 5 games. They will very much just be looking to survive, against Arsenal. If they can take a point, they can survive. And the storyline for us is that we've got a couple big injuries still. Do you know what I'm saying? Erdegaard is injured. Martinelli is injured, and these are players that we would expect, hopefully, to be able to have a impact off the bench if indeed we were not able to break Burnley down with our original starting 11 team. That starting 11 team lines up like this: David Raya in goal, Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, the same back five, Rice, Zubimendi, Eze. Rice and Zubimendi are creating a really good partnership that I do like to see. Is Marino on the bench? He is. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit more positive. Trossard, Gyökeres, and Saka. And I'm going to say from now, up the Chelsea, world champions, big up the chat. Yeah, I mean, all right, cool. You men are winning preseason tournaments. I'm proud of you. Listen, I'm laying it out now. I want to see Gyökeres. I don't know that we're going to see Gyökeres score today. I don't know that Gyökeres is going to be the best for a low block. I don't know. I don't know. I think the goals for us are more likely to come from wide. They're more likely to come from crosses. And Gyökeres is going to be surrounded by a lot of players. He's not going to have that much space. They're not really going to be playing massively sort of expansive football. I'm not expecting that from Burnley, to be fair. Burnley, Dubravka in goal, Kyle Walker, Tuanzebe, Esteve, Hartman, back five, Cullen, Luis, Jaden Anthony, Ogachukwu, Laurent, and Flemings. They got some talent. Do you know what I'm saying? They definitely got some talent. They've got Jaden Anthony in there who brings a little bit of flair. Kyle Walker, he's kind of died a bit of a death, to be fair. Ugachokwu's scored a couple goals as well this season already, and Fleming up top. He's not normally what you would sort of consider a real serious goal threat. In terms of the other games, like I say, Crystal Palace is playing Brentford. Crystal Palace obviously lost to Arsenal, but they've been on a really, really good run of form. And they're 10th and 11th. That will be a good game. That'll be for either of these teams to be pushing towards European football. These are the kind of games they need to be winning and taking points away from rivals. Who else have we got? Fulham versus Wolves. Where is Fulham? I'm just looking at the table. Fulham all the way down in 17th. They've got a much better team than that. Arsenal just scraped by them from 1-0. And Wolves are stone bottom. So that's a relegation battle game right there. So that might be a bit shit, to be honest with you. And then we've got Brighton versus Leeds. Where are Leeds? Leeds in 15th, doing okay to survive. Brighton a little bit disappointing for their standards, down in 13th. You'd expect them to be pushing on a little bit more. They haven't been great. If you did streams the last 2 games, Gyökeres would have cooked 2 stinkers. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? He's better than Liam Delap, isn't it? He's better than your guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So that, you know what I mean? Don't chat about my ballers. Do you know what I mean? Talk to us with some respect. Do you know what I mean? World champions, some warm-up competition is crazy. I lie. Arsenal's going to win with a 2-1. Raymond, do you think that we're going to concede? You think Arsenal's going to concede? You think, we've not conceded to Brighton, we've not conceded to Atletico Madrid, we've not conceded to Crystal Palace, but you think that we might concede against Burnley? I hear it. It's not impossible. We are away from home. They will look to hit us on the counter attack. They're going to look to sit deep, soak up pressure, hit us on the counter attack. So potentially, I would want to see a 2-0. I really would. I'd want to see us have a 2-0. We should be, if we are as good as we think that we are, we should be able to hold out some clean sheets. What are the other Premier League games? I feel like I'm missing games here. Nottingham Forest is playing against Wolves, against Man United. So we definitely keep it. I'm going to try and pull that game up on my laptop. I'm going to have Arsenal on the TV and Forest. Again, Forest massively disappointing. That's my dad's team. For those of you that don't know, in the relegation zone, 8 points against Manchester United, who are flying by their standards. 4 wins in the last 5 for Manchester United. Again, you know, some United fans think that they are in title contention. Manchester United fans, talk to me. Are you potentially looking at winning titles this year? You know, is that the consideration potentially? I'm good, my bro. I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better. Thank you very much. I woke up this morning, went and got a coffee. Went out for a nice walk, and feel much better than I did. Guys, we're also live tonight for Zach Parker versus Josh Buatsi. It's not a great fight. I can't even promote the fight to you. I can promote the live and the fact that we're live. Shane's coming over. It's going to be good banter, but the fight itself is not going to be massively amazing. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. The only thing I can say about this fight is that maybe the winner goes on to fight Ben Whittaker at some point. You know, Zach Parker, I think, is a potential Ben Whittaker opponent. But the fight itself is going to be quite flat. But thank you for asking, Ahmad. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Have a feeling Forest are going to give us something today. I just wonder, how long can this Manchester United run continue? How long can this actually continue? Honestly, big up Ahmad and FTEX and what you man said. Yeah, we've got the community here. We're building the community. And what I'm going to do when we get to, I've got a list of all you man, AT, FTEX, Ahmad, all the originals. And when we get to a certain point, if we get to 10, 20, 30K, 40K, and it's like popping off a little bit more, don't know if we'll get there because there's a lot of people that do football content. Obviously, boxing, we're one of the main people in the UK space. But if we do get to that stage, I'm gonna pattern you man some type of memberships or something like that. So the original guys that have been with us from the very beginning will always have some level of like priority. So it's not like if we hit 50K suddenly we're not reading out people's chats and all this kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're going to build the community properly. So yeah, I would love to see Man United dropping some points against Forest, but I can't see it. They're a confident team. Man United, man for man, have a talented team, and they're confident. The Forest themselves don't have a bad team, but they are lacking real confidence. Let's go through that game. And look at who's starting in goal. We've got Lemons in goal, Shaw, Dillit, and Yoro back 3. Diego Dallo, left wing back, Amad Diallo, right wing back, Bruno Casemiro in the midfield. So the midfield, I'm just looking at where can Forest have some success. Cunha and Boemo Sesko. The front Man United's front 3 is very good on paper. Depends on how they turn up, but they should be very good. The midfield, though, looks weak. That's where they can get joy. Diallo is going to push up because he's a good attacker. That means Datley's going to leave Dallo to kind of tuck in. That midfield can get gotten at. You know, you got Anderson, Douglas Luiz, and Gibbs White in the opposition midfield. Hudson Odoi running up against Lenny Yoro and Amad Diallo. If Amad Diallo gets caught out of position, Callum Hudson-Odoi on his day, he can do something. Igor Jesus, to be fair, has been on a good run of form. He's one of the top goal scorers in the league at the moment, even though they're down in the relegation zone. Makes you wonder whether or not he's actually going to be there come January or come the summer. Do you mean maybe he gets a move away because relegation teams and being in relegation zone and being one of the top goal scorers is huge. It's easy for us. We can't lose to Forest. I don't know about easy. I don't know if it's easy. I don't know if I would say that. Big up AT. I want to see Spurs versus Chelsea game. That'll be a good game. I'm not going to be live because I'm going to take a break because I'm going to be live from 9 o'clock. So I'm going to take a little break. I might try and go to the gym. My weight has stayed about 180, even while I've been sick. I haven't been dieting because I've been ill, but I still feel pretty. Yeah, I managed to keep the weight off because that's how ill I've been. I've been ordering food and haven't even put on any weight because I've just been that ill. Let me see if I can get the Man United game up. Let's see if I can get the Man United game up as well, and then we can watch both at the same time. And then yeah, it's gonna be where's the game later? Tottenham versus Chelsea at Tottenham later. So that's gonna be it. Fighting weight 180. Nah. I'd be fighting at like if I was pro, I'd be fighting at like 168. I think 168. I've got 15 pounds more to lose. I'm just under 20% body fat. I started this off at 26% body fat. I'm just under 20% body fat. I'm trying to get down to about 13%. 13% will be pretty. I'll be pretty ripped, and then I'll start bulking for about 6 months, and then trim down again. So in like from when you lot first started watching me, maybe a year ago, in and around a year ago, to maybe a year from now, let's say next year Christmas, I'll be in like very, very, very good condition. It's worrying how everyone's addicted to gambling. Have you seen the Turkey League scandal? Yes. And did you see the scandal in the NBA? There was a big scandal in the NBA as well, where they were the players and the refs and stuff. The players were like missing free throws on purpose and stuff like that. There's a big scandal in the NBA all around gambling. It's insane, absolutely insane. It's also greed because I know gambling can be an addiction, and I want to empathize with some of the people, but it's greed as well because some of these guys are rich. In fact, most of these guys are NBA players. They are rich. Do you know what I mean? It's not even like I need money and I'm broke situation. You man are absolutely filthy rich, and you're cheating the system to make yet more money. This is why I said when Turkey came into boxing, Turkey Al Sheikh, and man were like, oh, he don't care about money. So, bro, what do you mean you don't care about money? All rich people care about money. What are we talking about? Listen to Steph Curry's interviews on it. What did he say? What did Steph say? Steph needs to deal with his wife. Don't worry about that. He needs to deal with his wife, blood. Big man thing. He needs to stop his wife from having interviews. That's the problem in the Curry household. There's too many interviews going on. Do you know what I mean? Big man thing. The fact that Boatsy vs Parker has the fact that the winner faces Whitaker of all people is a way to hype it is an indictment of the state of UK boxing. Yes and no. Yeah, but some bits of UK boxing are in a good place, but the light heavy, it's just Josh Boatsy. Josh Boatsy's in a shit place. The reason why rich people are rich is because they care about money. Facts, Ricky. Big facts. I'm thinking Glazer and Ineos maybe gambling against United. I don't know. They'd have to put a lot of money against Manchester United to make back the money they're losing on the transfers. We're underway, by the way. 1-0. Sorry, not 1-0. 0-0. I am a little bit concerned to not see Martinelli on the bench, but like I say, Martinelli and Ødegaard both suffering from injuries. And I'm very excited to have them back. And what a great win it was against Brighton as well. I know I wasn't live for that, but the Brighton Cup game, to start that game with Dauman, Wanyeri, Anus, a lot of youngsters, and go and win that game 2-0. I thought Anus actually did quite well in that game as well. Burnley coming out and trying to press Arsenal and actually looking fairly expansive, and that might tempt Arsenal into playing a little bit more football. I'll definitely check that out. I used to work in the gambling and gaming industry here in the UK back in the day. So I know a little bit about how it works. Dalman is different, bring him to Chelsea. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Get a better academy, my guy. Get a better academy, bro. Hell and shits on Cobham. You know what I'm saying? Them Surrey boys over there. Get them bums out of here, man. Let's go. More Arsenal. Let's go. Man, I like the video as well, please. Same with Wanyeri. Yeah, right, bro. Bro, we've given you, man. We tried to help you, man. We gave you Amari Hutchinson, and you didn't know what to do with him. He went to, bro. That's how you know Chelsea's not a bigger club than Arsenal. Youth players are leaving Arsenal because they can't get minutes to go to Chelsea to get first team minutes. Dusty. Dusty club over there, them sides. Gyökeres got the ball out wide. Gyökeres already in the wars. I think he's getting it looks already 2 minutes in. Gyökeres is getting his first taste of like rough English football. Proper rough English football. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm ignoring this comment because I don't want to talk about Willian and them, man. So I'm ignoring this comment. Willian was the worst. He was free and he's the worst signing we've ever made. Burnley coming out early. Looks like they're just trying to catch Arsenal kind of cold a little bit. Still does gamble, just won't play me for money in a pool game. No. You're much better than me at pool. Bro, okay. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's do a double or nothing bet. Yeah. First leg, pool. Second leg, FIFA. And then we can work out some sort of aggregate score based on that. And then we can do a bet that way. There was a video at ESPN covering gambling ads, everything, while their screen is an ad. They removed it immediately. Right, 100%. Hutchinson we got for free, didn't play a minute, was sold for 30 M's with a 25% sell-on clause on a business level. That's class. See, this is the problem with modern football. Man always want to talk about business. Big man thing. I've been in the pub and seen unemployed man talking about football as a business. You're unemployed, my brother. Why am I talking about business? Just watch the game, bro. Just say yay when you score and nay when you concede, and that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've got a homeless man trying to tell me about business. Allow it, bro. By the way, I agree with Shane. Your defense looks best in the world because of your playing style. I don't disagree, but I'm just saying it's a pointless thing to say because you could say that about any defense. Every great defense in football history has been their playing style. Like you can't name me great defenses from, even if you want to say like Barcelona 09 and 10, it's like their defense maybe wasn't the greatest defense, but the other team was just constantly attacking. So Calafiori can't quite make it to that ball from Trossard. This game looks a lot more open than I expected. Stefanos has to be up there. Andre Santos has to be up there. Kim Karlstrom has to be up there. Willian. Stefanos. Who else? Worst Arsenal signings ever. It's not our play style that makes our defense the best in the world at the moment. This is what Shane was saying, but he was saying our defense only looks good because it doesn't make sense. Our defense only looks good because Arteta sets up defensively. Okay. Ronaldo only scores so many goals because his team sets up attackingly. What does that mean? That don't make any sense. You know what I mean? You're just describing football. You're describing the sport. Like what we doing here? Nick, love for the money though. You man funded the Caicedo deal with Havertz. We sold Hutchinson that window. That's calm. Have Caicedo. That's great. I'm happy for you. Man, I spent 100 M's to get a Almunia is the worst. Nah, he's not the worst. He's not the worst. He's not the worst. Watch out for Ugochukwu. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. These lots of wingers. Burnley have always done this. Even when Burnley used to play shit football with Ashley Barnes and them, man, they used to just have Dwight McNeil as a bit of wing player flair. Do you know what I mean? They've always had that one or two wingers that can do a bit. But it's just their games are so heavily reliant on their wingers. But I couldn't say Almunia was the worst. I couldn't. Kim Karlstrom's got to be up there. Andre Santos, that left back, was terrible. Yeah, they got Broja as well. Yeah. This game could easily be our hiccup. I did think that as well, Rick. I did say that as well. Like with no Erdegaard and no Martinelli on the bench, and we know how much we rely on bench players to come in clutch for us. No, Ronaldo could score bare goals in a shit United team. Yeah, I don't think he could. But yeah, I think like I just think that people want to discredit Arsenal in some ways. So they're just making up all types of, well, you play defensive football. Okay. John Terry's seen as one of the best centre backs in English football history. And he played in a very, very defensive Chelsea team. Doesn't take away from this. So, oh, he's only good because he played a defensive team. What are you talking about? Okay. Okay, sure. Do you mean? Messi couldn't be Messi if he played for fucking Burnley. So what? He don't play for Burnley. He played for Barcelona. So what's the point? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's pointless. That in what other sport would you do that? Oh, that fighter only won the fight because he jabbed more than the other guy. Yeah, fucking obviously. That's how the sport works. Kyle Walker kind of roughed up Trossard off the ball, and Calafiori just ran and got his get back. Love to see it. So one thing with Trossard, he's not very strong. Yeah, it is a fact, but some people are trying to use that fact to discredit. You know what I'm saying? Front lights as well, 100%. Burnley got a free kick here. It's a deep one. Hey, yo. What I'm saying, Ahmad, is like, Gabriel's the best centre back in the league, or one of. And I don't want people to be like, oh, he's not that great. It's just how the team sets up. But he actually, even if that is how the team sets up, he is still that good. He is still genuinely that good. You ain't trying to discredit man, but some people will. Some people definitely will. 8 minutes in, just checking the scores in the other games. 1-0 Fulham so far. Big goal for Fulham against their relegation rivals. Burnley playing really well here. And like I said, it's going to be wide and crosses. That's what I said. They're going to play the ball wide. That's where they've got their quality. Their two best quality players are out wide. Good composure from Timber. We've gone long to Saka. It's a good touch. We're going to need a big game from Eze here because we're going to need someone who can unlock the door. We're going to need a little lock picker. Arsenal don't play defensive. We keep clean sheets because we don't allow the opposition room to play, and we don't shit the bed when teams break on us. That was almost identical to what I said. It's not that we play defensively. We control the game. Controlling the game is not playing defensively. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not often you see us camped in our box and just kicking the ball long. Do you know what I mean? We control that. We control the game. We actually control games. Do you know what I mean? So it's not all out attack. If you wanted to argue that there are times well played from Eze, if you wanted to argue there are times we could attack more, I would agree. But that's just not attacking is not the same as sitting and being defensive. They're two different things. And if you don't understand, then you don't understand football. But there's a lot of men on the internet that don't understand football. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But I agree with you, Granddaddy Guna. Granddaddy Guna is a crazy name, by the way. But yeah, Gabriel's the best CB in the world. Maybe Marquinhos. When you see Mosquera, Kivior come in, your defense is still good. It's down to the system. I agree. And the thing is, like, it's normally Man United fans that's trying to discredit us. And I think they've had such shit managers and shit system for a long time. They've kind of forgotten what a manager is supposed to do. That's the manager's job. Like, that's what he's supposed to do. He's meant to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not anything crazy. Like, it's normal to go and do that. Do you know what I mean? Douglas Luiz's hamstring. Man United relying on injuries. Man United playing man in nearly the relegation zone and they're relying on injuries. Arsenal sort of growing into the game slowly. Shane also said that Zubamendi just plays backwards and sideways, and I disagree. I disagree entirely. Shane showed a real lack of in-depth football understanding. If you guys go check out the podcast when we spoke, and he said, Zubamendi just plays backwards. I think he lacks a bit of an understanding of football, some of the real intricacies of football sometimes. But he's a boxing guy, isn't it? Right? Not everyone can be an expert at everything. Tuchel had Christensen looking like Maldini. The system matters. Still, of course, the system matters, but it's down to the manager to bring the best out of a player. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what it is? Yeah, man don't want to let go of their narratives as players. Like Gabriel came in, he was very rash, he was making some mistakes, and man had the narrative that Arsenal had signed another dud. Do you know what I'm saying? So Zubamendi isn't an attacking midfielder. He is too negative. That's not what I said. He's not an attacking midfielder. I agree. An attacking midfielder would be Eze or Erdegaard, typically an Ozil, but he's not a defensive midfielder either. Do you know what I'm saying? Modric is not an attacking midfielder. He is also not a defensive midfielder. He is a centre midfielder. Do you know what I mean? It's not complicated. Like we all grew up in the era of watching central midfielders. Do you know what I mean? A central midfielder. That's it. He could be a little bit more attacking. I would like to see him be more attacking and take more gambles. However, he's a central midfielder. 13 minutes in, Arsenal's first corner. What could this be? Back post. Oh my God, it's in. It's Gyökeres. It's the first corner and it's in. It's the first corner and it's in. My man, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Bang. Man like Gyok 9, you know. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's the first corner, man. Man, them are scared of corners, man. Man, are scared. It's the corner boys, bro. Go watch The Wire, man. It's the corner boys. The corner boys are back. 1-0. The pressure everyone just relax. Everyone just relax. Just relax, man. Then just relax, man. Man, I got to panic. Wonderful set piece, they all count. Boring team, shameless. Get off of Twitter with them Twitter narratives, blood. Come play football. I want all of you, man, to come and play football at Power League Goals. Ricky Kelsey in the chat will tell you I'm a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to see, man that talk down on my team and talk about football. I want to see them do 10 kick-ups. I want to see all our subscribers send us a video of you, man, doing 10 kick-ups. Even if you can do the 10, the way you balanced on your... I'm going to know whether you can play football or not. Man said the Bozo scored, bro. He could be on double figures of goals before Christmas, my bro. Double figures by Christmas. Set piece again. Hold that. I want every goal we score for the rest of the season to be a set piece, blood. Now let me sit back and sip my... This is a caramel cortado with oat milk. You get me? Because man don't drink all man milk and all that kind of thing there. 1-0, hold that. A man just need Nottingham Forest to come out of a goal, blood. Morgan gives white. I need something. But Burnley look up for the battle, to be fair. Burnley don't actually look like a team, to be fair, that if we score 1 or 2, they go away. Ricky and I talk about this sometimes. There's certain teams where you feel like you score 2 goals against them, they'll just allow it. You'll just cruise to a victory. Do you know what I mean? Burnley don't look like that. Brighton 1-0 up against Leeds, by the way. Brighton need to get back to some good form. They've been a little bit disappointing for their standards. I feel like Crystal Palace are doing what Brighton normally do. It's good pressing from Gyökeres. He makes the goalkeeper force it long. Oh, referee, that's a little bit late on Eze. No foul given. I'm crying about set pieces. They all count. Goals are goals, my brother. Goals are goals. Do you know what I'm saying? So Trossard, good deep cross. So, this is where we have to make a choice. 1-0 at Turf Moor is not comfy. But we're good. We're going to keep playing because Burnley is still pressing. We will continue to play. Do you know what I mean? Can anyone take Dallo, please? No, nobody wants him, bro. He wouldn't get into any top 20 team in the world. He literally wouldn't. Havertz last year had 18 GA before he got injured. Last year, if Gyok gets 10 or near 10 by December, he is moving me, Nick. Come on. This is what I'm saying. I said when we signed him, all I want is 10 to 15 goals. I said it. It's on the show. All I want is 10 to 15 goals. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel coming up. It's a second corner, man. It couldn't happen again, could it? It couldn't happen again, could it? Surely not. Another Declan Rice corner that's probably going to have to go back post. It couldn't happen again. Granddaddy Guna, just let them cry, man. Let them cry. They're upset. Just let them cry. Do you know what it is, Granddaddy Guna? Whenever Arsenal is the best at something, they discredit that thing. It's happened. Man hate Arsenal. Declan Rice, corner, back post. Gabriel gets there first, but it goes wide. When Arsenal were the best at playing football, on the floor, football, scoring open play goals, what do they say? Oh, that's boring. Arsenal, they want to walk it in the net, blah, 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 blah. No matter what we do, whenever we're the best at something, they want to discredit us. That's the history of Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? George Graham said it. When have you ever heard people singing chants 1-0 to the Arsenal? People trying to make that a negative because we used to win games by 1-0. Man, I've always hated Arsenal because we do things differently. Dallo must have something on Amarin starting every week. But Amarin just he writes down on the piece of paper what his best 11 is and then just hit shuffle and just don't do it, just for bans. They didn't say we were boring, but they used to moan that we weren't tough. Teams would come and kick us. People used to criticize us. They didn't say we were boring because it was entertaining football, but there were still different criticisms that they used to throw at us at that time. Exactly where they play, how they play, if they play. 100%, Rick. 100%. That's them yellers killing it on OnlyFans at 18 and retired by 23. Where they play, how they play, if they play. If they play. Few bags and bounce. I rate it. Oh, it's a great touch from Trossard to little touch and nutmeg on Kyle Walker. Good pass into Gyökeres as well. Trossard playing really, really well. He just needs a little bit too much space sometimes to operate because he just lacks that physicality. That's a great pass from Gyökeres. From Trossard, sorry. I don't know why I said Gyökeres there. And it's a corner. That's a lovely pass from Trossard. Really, really lovely. To be fair to Anderson, Ahmad, you have asked us not to judge your players. Another corner for Declan Rice, by the way. Back post. It's almost straight in. The keeper has to punch it out. It comes clear. Oh, and Saka, not the best shot. To be fair, you always say to us, we can't judge your players because they're playing for a relegation team. And look at the team that he's playing in. He's not playing in a great team. He's not. He's a talented player, but he's English in it, so he's a little bit overhyped. But he's talented. And also England. I'll tell you what the hype is about Anderson. England is struggling for good starting midfielders. You've got Rice and Bellingham, but other than that, Wharton, Calvin Phillips, Ward-Prowse, these men could all be going to the World Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? So Saka, he's in. Can he finish? He can't find the finish. Can Eze find the finish? He was getting fouled all the way there, Saka. Could have gone down for a pen, but tried to stay on his feet. That's the thing, AT. He's good. He is good. But some of the hype is like he's next level, but he's not next level. He's good, isn't it? Like, he's good. Obviously, if you're English and you're good, man, go crazy. But I think it's World Cup year, and in England don't really have many great midfielders. The midfielders have died. Like I said, there's a chance that Henderson or Calvin Phillips or Ward Prowse goes to the World Cup because the midfield is dead. Because you've got Rice, you've got Bellingham, you've got Wharton. Other than that, options are sparse. Make it clear. Ricky said white and you're good. And I just want to make it clear, yeah. Ricky's white. So don't start attacking me because I'm black and I'm on screen. Ricky himself is white. So if you've got a problem with that, take it up with him. My Wi-Fi is moving a bit crazy today. Man is saying 100 M's and shit. Nah, not better than Wharton. Yeah, exactly. You forget Mano. Bro, Mano's dead, bro. I think Mano's overrated as well. Mano came back. Mano looked fat at the beginning of the season. Like Mano's another one who's decent, but like he just got too gas, bro. He played well for like 6 months and then he just got too gas, bro. You know what I'm saying? If like I say, if Kobe Mano leaves Manchester United, he's not going to a City, a Liverpool, or Arsenal. He don't get into any of them teams. If he leaves Man United, he's going to like a top 8 contender. Does he get into your Chelsea team? 80. Genuinely speaking, no, he's not shit. He's not shit. But like, does he get into Chelsea's team? Kobe Mano. Like the starting midfield for England will be Rice and Bellingham, and then if one of them comes off, it'll probably be Wharton. He was our best midfielder in the World Cup. Yeah, but how long ago was that? So I'm saying I'm talking about now. We're talking about today. Because you man don't allow me to assess Saka based on what he's done. You want to assess Saka based on what he's doing right now. You take Mano over Enzo. Over your £100 million star signing, you would take Mano over him. That's mad. All right, fair enough. Enzo's obviously died, but cool. Fair enough then. Still no more goals, no goals in the Man United game either. Long stuff, you know. Enzo is dead. Yeah, Ricky, that's mad, isn't it? That's actually mad. Man would drop Enzo for him. Fair enough. I've always thought Enzo's overrated, but I got some Chelsea fans that love him, like that proper like. You know what I'm saying? Die hard Enzo riders, bro. So Eze, good feet, good little touch and turn from Eze. Good touch again. Referee, that's got to be a yellow card. We've got to start seeing cards for some of these fouls, ref. That is a yellow card. Thank you. Constant fouling, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see if I can get the United game up at the same time. So that's if you see me looking at my laptop, that's what I'm trying to do. There's a foul there. Timber fouled one of their players. Ref, he's just blasted the ball away, ref. Enzo is a better player than Mano, regardless of him being racist FC. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Luis Suarez is racist and everyone rates him. So it's just like I'm saying, it is what it is. I think he's decent, but in the 8 he came on against Wolves, we conceded 3 goals straight away. He's a liability and flat footed. Yeah, he's very flat footed. Interesting. Interesting. Keeping one eye on this Nottingham Forest Man United game at the same time. Again, Forest a season ago were a very, very good team. Like they're a team that, they're like Brighton. They're not on a great run of form and the club has been in disarray. However, they can pull out a performance. Like man for man, player for player, they're not shit. Like Eze does really well. Why are you turning back? Why are you turning back? Why are you turning back? Play forwards. Eze died. We got the free kick there, though. We'll take that. One player who plays face on and flat footed is going to cost you 100%. Especially like obviously Chelsea, like they've got a lot of young kind of fast players. Like they can at times play fast football, counter attack and fast football. And the game I feel like is just going to skip Enzo by. I almost feel like Enzo was fine when he first came in with the way that they were playing, but now they've signed a lot of young players. The game can just pass him completely. Do you know what I'm saying? Massive hate watch at 5:30. They can't both lose. So it'll be disappointing to see whoever wins. 100%, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call the game off, man. Let's just call the game off completely. Gyökeres, good battle, good work, good work to get around Walker. Walker tried to strong arm Gyökeres. Gyökeres said, "Less of that. Get off me. Get off me, bro. You can buy my shirt in the store, cuz." Chelsea have no leaders, no discipline. When have they had leaders, bro? Chelsea's a bunch of rent boys, bro. A bunch of fans, their fans can't even afford a pint on the King's Road. Like that. Arsenal probing now. 30 minutes into the game, Burnley are now camped back in their box, and Arsenal just moving the ball around the box, trying to find a little opening somewhere. Lovely football from Trossard and Eze. It's just broken down there. Cole Palmer is not a leader. Of course not. Lead what, bruv? His mum probably still opens his letters for him, like that. He's we know what Cole Palmer is, bruv. He's one of them special youths. We know that already. Spurs are shit at their ground. Yeah, they're better on the road, isn't it? 100%. Chelsea's a stepping stone club right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Young players are going there, getting some minutes, and then bouncing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not Chelsea's not an end game club. That's not where anyone wants to be right now. To be the end game. Gyökeres, Saka. Oh, can we score this? Trossard. Oh, it's off the line twice. They've blocked it off the line twice, and Gyökeres is playing really well. Gyökeres is playing very, very, very well, to be fair. Look, we're talking about money again. So all Chelsea want to do is talk about money. We get it, man. You had a war criminal that owned your club, in it. Fair enough. I'm happy for you. Man are flexing signings based off of dead Ukrainian children. This is what man are on. Keeping an eye on this United game still, because Ahmad said Casemiro. So let's see. I don't know if I'm on time or not, but Oh, does it go for a corner? Oh, that's not even a corner, you know. That's not even a corner. That's not even a corner, Ahmad. That's not even out for a corner. Ahmad said they're in the title race, you know. Remember that? Remember this, yeah, man. They're in the title race. Good feet from Jokeres. Ahmad, you seen the replay? That's not even a corner. That's not even a corner. Hey, AT, it didn't even go out for a corner, you know. They're showing it bare times on the replays. The ball didn't go out, and the ref's given a corner anyway. Awful defending from that set piece there. Awful defending from Forest. Long throw coming in from Burnley. Big head from Gabriel. Another throw from Burnley. Another big head from Gabriel. What time are we going live later? I think 9 o'clock is UK, so that's a really good pass from Jokeres. That's a great switch from Jokeres. Jokeres playing really, really well. Trossard, ball into the box. Rice. Oh, it's 2-0. What a goal. It's an open play goal. Am I missing something? Is there a VAR check on the? I don't know, actually. There should, I mean, can VAR go back and check if the ball went out? I don't think there should be, but it's 2-0. And bun you, man, anyway, I don't care. It's 2-0. That's come from Jokeres as well. Ricky, do you see that ball from Jokeres? That is a lovely switch of play. Kyle Walker's looking old and dusty. Do you know what I'm saying? Lovely switch from Jokeres. It goes out to Trossard. He just buys his time, gets that ball in the box. It's actually come from Burnley. Burnley have committed so many players forward. Look at this switch of play. Look at this switch of. This is. I'm not even taking the piss. I'm not taking the piss. That pass from Jokeres is not quite KD. I was going to say it's KDB-esque. It's not, but it's almost that level. Like you wouldn't watch that pass and think that was Victor Jokeres that hit that pass. It's a lovely switch of play and then a lovely cross in. It's just good football around. It's just good football all around. Amad Diallo is still screaming, "Come on, Burnley! You need to worry about your team." Do you know what I'm saying? You need to worry about getting past. Do you know what I mean? You man scamming. You man are scumbagging corners that aren't even corners. You man are scoring phantom corners. Man like Danny Phantom. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't worry about us. One set piece goal, one open play goal, one goal for Rice, one assist for bro. Man, don't really see Caicedo putting in these types of performances in that. You know what I'm saying? One goal, one assist. Like, what we doing, man? And I and many people thought this was the potential banana skin. That's a great pass, F Texas. That's a great even bro, that's a great pass, bro. That's a great pass. You would never think that pass was from him ever. Perry Ward Prowse to Moises. Bro, man's mum tried to name him Moses and spell it wrong. Less of that, blood. Get that guy out of it, bro. Yeah, that's a rude pass, bro. When he had the ball out wide, I thought, eh. Do you know what I'm saying? We know like he's not the best at that. I was like, I don't know. I'm not like, and what's he gonna do here? And just hits that pass and lovely. Raya's gone long to Jokeres. Jokeres finds Saka. Jokeres playing really, really well. He's just really effective here. Eze, and then that's gonna go out for a corner. Jokeres balling out in this first half, I can't lie. Remember when Caicedo scored that one goal and Chelsea fans were going mad, bro? The whole world was going crazy. All of Ecuador was going mad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, man, see Rice do that on a regular basis, bro. On a regular basis, bro. Do you genuinely believe we're in the title race or not? Because I've heard Man United fans keep saying this, and then they back out. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you in the title race or not, man? Back your talk. Like Wolves have got a red card. Who's that? And Crystal Palace are 1-0 up. It's all kicking off. Their centre back, Agbadu, sent off. Crystal Palace 1-0 up. Who was it? It was Mateta, of course it was. Arsenal take this corner short. That's a great little flick. Oh, it nearly went in. It nearly is a well worked little smart corner to try and catch Burnley out. And it nearly worked. It nearly worked. We don't know. Maybe Leicester season for us. No. I'm asking you a question. Do you think that you are in the title race? Do you think you stand a chance of winning the title this year? Yes or no? Just a yes or a no. Don't give me any explanation, no university dissertation, no UCAS points, no Oyster card, no nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Just do you think you can win the title this year? Are you in the title race? The blonde hair, blue eyed Solomon Rondon is playing very well. Color me surprised. 100%, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't doubt my Aryan King, bro. Don't doubt him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He left his gal to be here, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? He left his gal to be here. Do you know what I'm saying? If he was English, man would be getting crazy, bro. Even if Jokeres is English, they'd be going nuts. Oh my god. Blonde hair, blue eyes, hair flicks, Tony and Guy model, all them kind of things. Oh, bro. Saka being held up again. I don't know what. Saka don't get no fouls. Game by game. Oh, the Aryan King is nasty work. You might not always slandering him. Let me support my people. Let me support my team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me support my team. Let me support. I don't tell you lot how to support. Don't judge me. Do you know what I'm saying? Ahmad, you're bottling this question. I'm asking you a question. Obviously, game by game. Later on, you can change your answer. But as it stands today, do you believe you're in the title race? Yes or no? That's it. It's a yes or it's a no. Anything other than yes or no, I'm banning you. I'm putting you on 10-minute timeout. Oh, bro. All Chelsea's fans are Aryans anyway. Calafiori wants that ball. Calafiori's moved into a good attacking position. He wants the pass. It's not going to be forthcoming though. Calafiori desperate. Calafiori might score. He's Calafiori's running around. If you're not watching the game, he's running around in the midfield, dropping into good pockets of space and constantly begging. And he's getting so stressed. He's doing it time and time. He's moving like a number 10. He's playing like running off the ball like Özil. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You said no. Fair. All right, cool. Let's all get back to bantering now. Do you know what I'm saying? Must have to dip that in the bud, blood. You know what I'm saying? When man show too much confidence sometimes, you got to just slap them down, man. Show that confidence around here, bruv. What are you talking about? Get Jokeres to hair flick on your head top. I wonder if we'll see the youngsters on it. I think we'll see Marino on in the second half. All right, Nick, are you winning the league? I believe we are. Yes, I believe we are. And if we don't, I'll be wrong. But I believe we are. I don't agree with the thing of like when we were 3 points up after 8 games, people said, "Oh, you should win it from here." No, we should win it because we're a good team, but not from here. From here is stupid. It's only 3 points. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's 8, 11, fair enough. We're up against a City team who have the best striker in the league, one of the best number nines, out and out nines in the world. Obviously, got Mbappe and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's we're up against City. City and Liverpool are both used to, especially City are used to hunting people down. Do you know what I'm saying? Calm Shane, 56 minutes in. Clip it. Where's the timestamp killer? Where's the timestamp, man? And Saka was just offside there. If other men are allowed to do videos of Abby Summers, I'm allowed to call Gyökeres my Aryan king. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the double standards? I should be allowed to say that. Oh, come on, Forest. You've got to do better than that. I was offside anyway. Timber and another player have come together. The ref said no foul. They're calling for a foul, but man, that'd be so bro. It's true, bro. She's saying like it's deep in Nick. If York was from Clapton, the PR like Nigel would run like bro. What Nigel would be there with his fucking tweed jacket and his flat cap, looking like an old ass Peaky Blinders extra at the games and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like having a cigarette and a pork pie and that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So, fam, the tweets are out there, in it. Bare Zionism, bare racism. The tweets are out there. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want to make this about Abby specifically, but do you know what I'm saying? And Gal got Benjamin Button syndrome. She was old and young at the same time. But that's not the point. But we already know what it is, bro. We already know what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If York was English, it'd be a madness, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 minutes of added time. Let's just get to half time. Let's just get to half time unscathed for right now. Forest just putting random crosses into the box with no real intent, no real target. Forest left back is good. Who's been left back for Forest? Oh, Williams. That's Nico Williams. Is it Nico Williams there? Yeah. Those tweets were crazy. Were so crazy, bro. Well, you know who your enemy is. Well, you know who your enemy is, my bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Great feat from Rice. Can you believe certain man actually compare Caicedo to Rice? Can you believe it? Well, he's kicked. Gyökeres has kicked in the face there. 100%, bro. They'll do anything for money, innit? They'll do anything for money. Half time. Oh my god, we actually winning a quadruple this season. It's a mad thing, bro. Just give it. Yo, I don't even want a quadruple. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want a quadruple. We'll let someone else take the FA Cup. But for us, just give me the League Cup, then give me the Prem, and let's just wrap up this. Let's just wrap up this UCL thing. Do you know what I mean? Let's just do it. Let's just do a little. You know what I mean? Let's do the League Cup, then the Prem. Let's just do the UCL. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal have broken a new record. I've got it here from Opta. Arsenal have now scored 8 league goals via set pieces. No, not even set pieces. 8 league goals via corners in the first 10 games of the Premier League. That's never happened before. Do you know what I'm saying? So, breaking records, record breakers. Do you know what I'm saying? Before we get into this game, let me just go around, check the scores from the other games. 1-0 Crystal Palace, that was Mateta. 1-0 Manchester United over Nottingham Forest. That's at Nottingham Forest as well. Is this Sean Dyche's first game or has he had a game yet? Maybe this is his first game. That's Casemiro. Brighton still beating Leeds. Danny Welbeck rolling back the years. Danny Welbeck on a good goal scoring run at the moment. Ryan Sessegnon was the goal scorer 9 minutes in for Fulham, and Agbadu sent off. So it's a bad day for Wolves so far. And obviously Arsenal winning it 2-0. Victor Gyökeres getting a goal from a corner, and Declan Rice getting a goal himself as well. And obviously Declan Rice as for the corner. And at half time, again, when we're talking about control and people saying we're sitting deep and we are not, this is what I'm trying to explain when people say that we play defensively. We have not attacked as much as we could have attacked. Yeah, there were loads of times when Eze could have received the ball, Zubimendi didn't play it. There were loads of times when Calafiori could have received the ball, but we didn't play it. So when people say that we're kind of conservative as a team, I understand it. I understand we are quite conservative. I understand that we're not out and out attacking team. However, when you look at the stats, 63% possession, 9 shots, 7 on target. 4 corners. Remember, when we get corners, obviously people making narratives about we only score from set pieces, but to get a corner, we have to be attacking. So that's 4 phases of play where we are attacking enough to force a corner, one of which leads to a goal. So we're playing a fairly attacking game. We're not playing, when people say, oh, you're playing defensively because you set up with 2 DMs. My argument was we don't set up with 2 DMs because Zubimendi is not a DM. You wouldn't say when it was Real Madrid, you wouldn't say if Real Madrid set up with Casemiro and Modric or Casemiro and Cruz, you've got 2 DMs. Cruz is not a DM. He's not a defensive midfielder. Like, what are we talking about? Zubimendi is not a defensive midfielder. He's not an out-and-out attacking midfielder, but he's not a defensive midfielder. So we are not setting up with 2 defensive midfielders. The only defensive midfielder is Rice. We're acting like we're new to football. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a double pivot. It is a double pivot. But do you know what I mean? For years, I've watched Man City set up with Fernandinho and Kevin De Bruyne. I've never heard anyone say, well, they set up with 2 DMs. They don't make any sense. Kevin De Bruyne is not a DM. What are we talking about? He's not a DM. What are we actually talking about? Do you mean? So that's why I'm getting annoyed, because man is saying things about us they don't say about anybody else. Man don't say about Chelsea, you've got 2 DMs. You've got Caicedo and Enzo. Enzo's not a DM. Is Enzo an out-and-out attacking midfielder? No, he's not. But he's not a DM. He's a pivot player. It's not complicated. A man new to football. We could go back through bare years. A man new to football. This player's not a DM. What are we talking about? Zubimendi is more like our Aaron Ramsey. Do you know what I'm saying? Double pivot is even more defensive, though. What you're talking about? Your double pivot is conservative. Jorginho Kante thing, yes. But when man say we're setting up as 2 DMs, it's not though. It's not 2 DMs. Jorginho is not a DM. He's a deep lying playmaker, but he's not a DM. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't do a pivot. Who's your midfield 3? Who would be your 3 in midfield? Because you play a 4-3-3, right? So you've got Enzo, Caicedo. Do you know what I'm saying? De Bruyne is way more attacking than Zubimendi. I agree with you. I agree. But that doesn't mean that he's a defensive midfielder at all. That's not what it means. He's not a defensive midfielder. But what I'm saying to you is it's a pivot We play 3-5-2. Okay, you guys play that horrible. Okay, so you man play horrible football. Fair enough. If that's how you lot play, then I see why man are assessing it the way they're assessing it. The point is 2-0, halftime. I would say Rice is more of an attacking player than Zubimendi is. Zubimendi's too negative. You're talking about, we're having two different conversations. You're talking about what the player does on the pitch. I'm talking about the position of the player. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because a player sits at the base of the midfield does not mean that that player is a defensive midfielder, is what I'm trying to explain. Someone usually inverts and then he then moves into a 5 in the attack. Okay, fine. So you lot play totally differently to us, so that's fine. But yeah, the point is 2-0 up. We've been playing attacking football. No sleeping pill football over here. Do you know what I'm saying? We're the only team at the halfway point that scored 2 goals. Yes, one was from a set piece. But also, the other thing is, to be honest, we do kind of play with pivot sometimes because Gusto inverts. Yeah, if you play, that's slightly different. But yeah, I get what you're saying. The other thing I was going to say is what Burnley have done, and I rate them to an extent for doing this. They've come out and pressed us. They've come out and tried to press and put pressure on us. That has allowed us to go and play football. Do you know what I mean? The way that we play, Arteta this season, he's played the same starting 11 a lot, although he's used substitutions at good strategic times. But tactically, he sets up differently for different games. And so I said there will be times when you'll see us win 3s and 4s and 5s. We won 4-0 against Atletico Madrid. We put 4 or 5 past Leeds. There'll be times when you see us set up with this. But so far this season, we've played Manchester United, who you can see they're a decent team. They're second. We've played City. We've played Liverpool in the first 5 or 6 games of the league. So what are the odds that you're going to see us go and be really aggressive when we're playing that run of players? There are some teams out there that have started the season playing a lot of lower down teams. So you're going to see those guys be a lot more attacking. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, Rice and Zubi, they focus on shielding the defense more than creating. That's the point. I disagree. I disagree with you. Also, our depth is way too good this season. I didn't even realize how many injuries we've got. 100% facts. Ahmad, Fernandinho and De Bruyne was never a double pivot. What are we talking about? Fernandinho was a sole 6. Yeah, but you've got a 6 and an 8. No, you have a 6 and an 8. Do you mean? We could make the okay in this situation. Then we would have Rice be the KDB type because he plays more as an 8, and Zubimendi be the 6. However, Rice is so good that he can cover 2 positions. So it looks like he's doing he's playing as a 6, but he's not. He's playing a lot as an 8. I remember 2 seasons ago, Erdegaard got injured and the season was done. And the season before that, Saliba got injured and the season was done. And we had like 8 games left. No Saliba for the last 8 games. Done. Finished. And do you know what the difference is as well? I think there's a big difference in mentality. I spoke to Shane about this on the podcast. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The full podcast is out. And I said Hincapié came in against Brighton. League Cup game. Brighton are a very good team. They're not one of the big 6, but they're one of the teams that's just outside of that. Your Brightons, your Newcastles, you know, they're the real sticky teams to play against. And it's Hincapié's first start. Miles Lewis-Skelly makes a couple mistakes and his head drops a bit. And Hincapié grabs him, literally lifts him off the floor and says, "Come on, let's go. Come on, keep your head up. Let's go." Do you know what I'm saying? So that to me is such a sign of character that, you know, first of all, we're less likely to get a Saliba injury because we can rotate the players a lot more. So he doesn't have to play every minute. But secondly, we have the players that to deal with an injury. We've got great characters that can come into the team, not just on a technical level, but do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that passion's got us at the top of the table. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying to see that in his first game, Miles Lewis-Skelly's been in the team for a couple of seasons. Miles Lewis-Skelly was bossing it at Real Madrid last year. Like, this guy could easily come in and be a passenger. Do you know what I'm saying? Kivior, there were times when he came in and he was a bit of a passenger. Do you know what I mean? But we don't have any passengers in this team. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't, you know? So people saying our second defensive line is arguably the best in the league. We'd have to see them play more. We would have to see them play more, but they look very good against Brighton. I've seen Mosquera look not quite to the level, but he's growing into it. And Capie came in and he was right there straight away. You can slap Liverpool if you play more attacking football. I would agree with you, but we didn't. But I don't think that makes us a defensive team. I think that we are conservative, though. I do think that we are conservative. You know, there's a lot of talk that Arsenal go 1-0 up and then that's it. They just sit back. It's just not the case. What happens is we go 1-0 up and then the other team sits back and doesn't come out of their box. And then why would we commit loads of players forwards? What's the point? We're still committing attacks forwards now because Burnley are coming out and trying to press. They're trying to press. They're trying to be aggressive. They're trying to beat us in the middle of the park, and they're trying to press our goalkeeper. If you're gonna come and set players out, we will go and attack you. If you're just gonna sit deep, then what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Do you know what I mean? We're not gonna commit 11 players forward to try and get a goal and leave our goalkeeper exposed. That doesn't make any sense, you know. But I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've seen. I'm happy with what I've seen. That wasn't the case against United. United was but Manchester United are Manchester United. We're playing Manchester United in the first game of the season. Do you know what I'm saying? At Old Trafford. We're playing Manchester United, first game of the season at Old Trafford with all these new signings. We don't know what Manchester United is going to turn up. We're now 10 games into the season. We've got more time to assess the players, the teams that we're going to play against. Do you know what I'm saying? But we didn't play that way against Manchester United. That is true. But we're going to Old Trafford. Again, like, man are holding us to ridiculous standards. In the first 5 games of the season, we played Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City. And if you look at where Manchester United are, do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And if you look at where Manchester United are now, Manchester United are second. We're bantering them because they finished 15th last year, but Mikel Arteta is not a Twitter football fan. This is the difference. Mikel Arteta is going into this. If you're a football manager and you're going to play Manchester United first game of the season, you are looking at Man United as a serious threat. We're bantering on the podcast and you man are shit, we should smash you 5-0. Mikel Arteta is obviously not going to do that. Obviously, he's not going to do that. Even when Arsenal was shit and you lot would banter us that we were shit, your managers would take us seriously and come to the Emirates and take the game seriously. Do you know what I'm saying? So, by the way, you guys are shameless for saying we played well against Manchester United. I don't think that's shameless to say that we played well. What's shameless about that? Manchester United played very well. They were very attacking, and you played a game that nobody expected you to play. Correct? Fair? After that first game, Man United fans were saying, even though you lost, your fans were saying, we're back. Man United's back. We're playing really well. Amarin's doing his thing. So you lot played in the way that no one expected. So for us to be caught off guard and be surprised by the way that you lot were surprised by the way that you played, but we handled the pressure, we dealt with it, and we got 3 points at Old Trafford. That's good. That's a good result. United should have won that game. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, are the last words of a fool. Foolish. Do you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Yeah, AT's been giving you bare timestamps and trying to get me clipped up so for future use. But man can clip me because you know what, yeah, while we're on this topic, I said a month ago, I lied, but they didn't, bruv. They didn't. Arsenal should have won the league last 3 years, but we didn't, bruv. That's just what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can't live in the past. This is why you man get trauma. This is why you man get trauma and get all types of stress. And man, I'm living in the past. Don't worry about it, man. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got to move on with life. You get me? Please do hit the like button as well. Please do hit the like button. Like I say, you'll see us grow into playing more attacking football as the season goes on. Yep, we're live. We are live. Yep. We're live about 9 o'clock, around about 9, maybe a bit earlier, depending on how quick the card goes, but generally around about 9 we'll be live. Let me go through the other lives. I can't believe we're in November already. The year is going so fast. We're live tonight, Buatsi versus Parker. We're live on the 4th. What's the 4th? Wednesday? Tuesday? We're live on Tuesday for Slavia Praha versus Arsenal. We're live on the weekend for Sunderland versus Arsenal. Then we're live in Texas next weekend in the early hours of the morning for Virgil Ortiz versus Lubin. Then we're live. Well, the following week is meant to be Jake Paul versus Tank. Now, my incredible foresight. Who remembers when I said a month ago The fight against the come out second half now. The fight between Jake Paul and Tank will not happen. Amad Diallo, I know you remember it because Amad Diallo said the same thing. I couldn't tell you why it wouldn't happen, but I said the fight won't happen. Don't know why. Something's going to happen, and that fight will not take place. And now Tank has been arrested earlier on today for kidnap and some other nonsense. So, and that fight is supposed to be literally 2 weeks from now. If he is fighting, we will be live for that Jake Paul fight. If he isn't fighting, then obviously we won't be live. But I said over a month ago that that fight categorically will not happen because Tank is using this fight to dodge his opponents because he's scared he's going to lose, and he knows that he's probably going to self-sabotage. And I said it's not beyond the realms of Tank to go to jail to avoid losing and keep his ego intact. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got a lot to discuss. There is a change. There is a change for Arsenal, a half-time change. It is Gyökeres off and Marino on after Gyökeres got his goal. That's interesting to me because Gyökeres, I thought, was very, very good. But I think that means we are going to rain crosses onto the head tops of Mikel Merino and on this Burnley team. That's what I think, Jeremy. That to me doesn't look like we're going to. You literally said he beat his baby mom to avoid the fight. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. 100%. We're kicked off in the second half. 2-0 Arsenal. Like I say, Mikel Merino is now the number 9 playing up top, and Gyökeres is off. And you know what? I want to know if that's if that's injury related because he got an elbow in the jaw at halftime. Or like just before the half, and he was complaining to the ref about it. But that is probably one of the best 45 minutes I have seen of Victor Gyökeres so far in an Arsenal shirt. It was a really, really good first half performance. Or is it a case of Mikel Arteta is predicting that they're not going to press us as aggressively in the second half? Maybe they're going to sit a little bit deeper, and maybe we're going to need crosses. And actually, Marino is going to be a better target for crosses into the box than Gyökeres is, because Gyökeres isn't the best in the air. So let's see. Hopefully, Nottingham Forest can come back as well. Well, it's still 1-0 1-0 Crystal Palace over Brentford, 1-0 Man United over Forest, 2-0 Arsenal over Burnley, 1-0 Brighton over Leeds, and 1-0 Fulham over Wolves. I'm going to keep an eye on that Tottenham versus Chelsea game, although I'm not going to be live, so we can discuss all of that when we go live, because the undercard tonight is absolutely atrocious. I think Shane said that he got arrested for kidnap, I think. But yeah, we'll double investigate and we'll discuss it all later. Eze hit with a big challenge there, and he's down. No, he's getting back up. Okay, good. Good tackle from Rice. It's a good tackle from Rice there. No battery, just kidnap. He's been watching DT's channel. He's moving mad, bro. From DV to DT, you know. That's a madness, bro. Man didn't like the video. I saw kidnapping and battery allegations. Yeah. Hey. Oh no, he was, bro. I swear down, bro. 1-1, 1-1 for who? Oh, Nottingham Forest. It's 2-0 Crystal Palace as well. Oh my god, the goals are raining in. You love to see it. You love to see it. 2-0 Crystal Palace. I don't know who scored the second goal yet. Who scored for Nottingham Forest? Morgan Gibbs White. I'd say, come on, man. Come on, man. That's a Daily Mail title, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Daily Mail also want to say that they want to call Gyökeres the Aryan King as well. They actually want to. 100%. Could be a tough game for United. They are up against a superior manager. This is the thing with United with Amarim. It's like, have they turned a corner, or is this just a purple patch? Do you know what I mean? Great touch and turn from Declan Rice. Lovely. 2-1. No. No, I just saw it. It's 2-1. Man United have fallen apart, blood. Oh, I fall apart. Oh my god. You man's team is made of paper mache. Oh, oh my days. At the City ground. Manchester United at the City ground. Savoni, another fullback. It's a lovely ball in. Timber, unlucky. Trossard flipped a little ball over to Timber. Our fullbacks are getting really, really high and really stuck into the attack. I wouldn't be surprised to see Calafiori score before the end of the game. Ahmad, what you saying? Ahmad, what you saying? Ahmad thought they were in the title race half an hour ago. The problem is they were in a race, but they were running the wrong direction, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I, we got Shane writing in capitals. We're gonna draw this game. Is that? Do we need capital letters for that though? Do we need capitals for that? Title charge lasted 25 minutes. I lie, blood. Battle of the bastards and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, capitalizing draws and that, blood. Man said 2 for 30. Man are capitalizing draws, blood. Get out of here, man. Like them 5-day pass texts and that, bro. Get out of here, man. You're like a roadman with no ambition, blood. Just gassed about draws. Allow it, bruv. Move on, man. I lie. I lie, Ricky. Man, like, man, who United, blood? Man, who United, blood? Saka's getting fouled a lot, but he is giving up the fouls a lot, if that makes sense. He's not fighting. Title charge lasted half an hour, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's peak, bruv. Man had the title charge of AAA batteries and that, blood. Poundland AAA batteries. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. These man are scrubs, bro. And if they lose, when they were winning in the table, they were second. And if not, they'll drop all the way down to seventh with Aston Villa and Liverpool and Chelsea all still to play. They could drop all down to 10th and that. We are in a top 4 race. You need to allow it, bruv. If I were you, I would just stop commenting, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you man ain't even in the top 4 race. Do you know what I'm saying? Benjamin Shesko swimming in that, blood. 6'7" and can't tread water. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? My Aryan's better than your Aryan, innit? That's all I know. That's all I know. Your Aryan can't chat to my Aryan. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, look, bro, look. Shane's finally found the caps lock button and taken that off, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Shane trying to look like he's being more rational. Ahmad flaking on his own club. Of course, blood. Ahmad can't even find Manchester on a map of England, blood. Of course. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Ahmad ain't got no loyalty to these man. Do you know what I'm saying? He just needs to go find his local Cameroonian club or something and just support them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. How can Chelsea not be serious, man? You have the best number 10 in the league in Cole Palmer, and you have the best number 6 in the league in Moises Caicedo. So, you know what I mean? Like, how you got 2 of the best players in the league and you're not serious? I don't understand it. And you got the best young talent in Esteval. Come on, man. Mansfield, bruv. He might end up in Portsmouth, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? He won't know which way is up if he comes to England. You know, like that. These men just had a title race backwards. Do you know what I'm saying? So, oh, they're not fit now. Oh, okay. Because when we tell you Saka's not fit, man don't care. So I don't. Why should I care about these grey man? If I don't understand, when Saka's not fit, man don't want to hear any of that. But when it's Cole Palmer because he's got buck teeth, I'm supposed to care. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because he's special educational needs, I'm supposed to cut him a blind. Like it's long, it's long, blood. Like man's great and special needs, blood. Pick a struggle, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can't have it all. Referee, bro. These Burnley fouls are ridiculous. Referee. Come on, my bro. We need to see a card here, ref. He's gonna go for a card, I think. Yeah, because these fouls are ridiculous. Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United all have Aryans in their team, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But my Aryan is superior. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Palmer has that SENPR. I like big man thing. I like. He's one of the man. It's like, oh, he's good considering, but they won't say considering what. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's good, all things considered, but they won't tell you what things are being considered. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I forget how shit we are. That's calm because me, AT, F Texa, Ricky, and all the other man in the chat are here to remind you. Do you know what I'm saying? We tried to remind you 20 minutes ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So isn't Palmer one of them, man? I don't know what color his eyes are, but I know he's grey and he's blonde. Burnley have been quite physical this game, but as they are losing 2-0 and as the game goes on, they are getting more and more physical in order to try to get some sort of advantage from aggression and fouls more than football. Timber stands one up to the back post. Can we find a shot? We can't quite find the shot. Zubimendi does well though. Gives our two man of the match performances, but that Argentinian lesbian starting ahead of him. But you said he's dead anyway, bro. Your narratives ain't even consistent. If you consistently came here and said, yeah, Gittins, I believe in him, fair enough. But you said he's shit. So if you think he's shit, maybe the manager thinks he's shit as well. And maybe the manager thinks them performances are a one off and it's not repeatable. Do you know what I mean? Sanchez, Gusto, Fafana, Chalaba, Kukurea, James. And Kyle Walker's committed another foul. These Burnley fouls are just mounting up time and time and time again. Shesko is a Slav in the 30s, had Slavs in the same camp as the Jays. I don't care, bro. We're in 2025. All them man are Aryan to me. Gittins is meaty, but Garnacho ain't better. And we may as well play the man in form. You got to chat to your manager, bro. Your manager's got his favourites in it. But obviously, your manager's Italian, so you know, them man, they got their favourites in it. Garnacho is dead. Bad footballer. He could be better, but like, he could be good. It's just his attitude gets in the way. We ain't losing this game, bruv. I know you're telling the chat. You should be tell your team that, bruv. You need to be there giving them motivational speeches because the whole time I've known you, you ain't watched your team play live. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you transmit this message into the actual team. Who was that? Who just died? Who just died in the middle, bro? Is that Marino? Marino doing too much feet. It's just not necessary. It's another foul from Burnley. The ref's not giving it. I ain't watched United live because I'm on Nick J. Francis' wages. First of all, there's an E in that Nick J. Francis, so I don't know who that is. Second of all, there's no company or channel called Nick J. Francis, so I don't know who you work for. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't play Bruno with Cunha. Both players try to do madness. Can I ask you a question though? Could you play Bruno with Cunha in the first half? Because in the first half, I didn't see you complaining. So Burnley now making two changes. They still believe they're in the game. I like this from Scott Parker, proactive, trying to pull something back. Like I said, there's a lot of teams that we've played that would just let it go, but Scott Parker's not one of them kind of guys, and I do respect that. Amad Diallo turning into traffic. Scott Parker's a good manager. Facts. I'm waiting for a Maguire sub. I told you, man. Maguire's your best player. Man tried to laugh at me. I told you, he's your best player, bro. Both wingers have come off. Larson has come on, and Chiwa has come on. And both the wingers, Jaden Anthony and Ugachukwu, have actually come off, which is a little bit surprising. It's a good tackle from Saliba. The rest played advantage, though. I thought it was a good tackle. He did get it was the wrong side of him. And now goes for a goal kick. Burnley going for it, though. On the thing, it's got him as a wide player. I don't know why. It's got him and Jaden Anthony. Right now, Bruno and Cunha ain't the problem. Bro, do you just want to jump on the live? Do you just want to jump on the live? You're just sitting here typing for no reason. You might as well jump in the live. And you can commentate on United and I can commentate on Arsenal. Why don't you just do that? You're going to turn around and say, I can't because I'm working, but you're just sitting here typing in the live. So I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? If your manager saw how much you were contributing to this discourse, they'd be like, brother, what work are you doing? Arsenal playing with the ball at the back, trying to set a trap. The thing is, this is fine, but we need the runners to be able to spring the trap. And I think Burnley realise it's a trap and they're not really committing too many forwards. Oh, a bit dodgy. Eze turns his man there. He's convinced, the Burnley player's convinced he didn't make contact. I want to see that back on slow mo to see if that's a dive or not. Is there any contact? There's a bit of contact, but minimal. He's made the most of it. That lineup stinks. I'm fuming. I'm going to look at the lineup in a minute, but from what you described, I don't know, other than like, okay, cool, you didn't want Garnacho to start, but like, what were you expecting? It's a great pass from Zubimendi forwards into Eze. Let me have a look at the lineup quick. Oh, they're not. They're not on Google yet. Burnley stepping forwards. Arsenal got to move the ball nice and quick. It's a good pass from Marino. Maybe a little bit overhit, but still a good pass. And Timber, that shot is wayward. Wayward shot. Esteval, then a three-man midfield of Lavia, Caicedo, and probably Enzo instead of having Reece in the midfield and Gusto. But you said you don't play that. So I don't know what you were expecting. Put Reece at right back and Chalobah shouldn't be starting. That's five changes. Half the team shouldn't be playing. Mm, I hear you, but based on how you said the system that the manager plays, you can't have expected that. You know it's not going to be the three-man midfield. Saka in a bit of a foot race. Can he get there first? He can't. I still want to know why Jokeres came off. Manager don't reward performances. I hear you. I know with us though, for example, I know like it's different for you, man. I'm not even like trying to be funny, like where we're trying to compete for titles and that. But I know with Arteta, he's very clear that a lot of the tactical stuff he does is around who the opponent is. So even though Martinelli has come off the bench and scored two or three times, he's not going to start. His role is the come off the bench role. Do you think that that could be part of it, where like you're not gonna you're not in a position to put in a good performance and change what I'm going to do because this is what I'm going to do. Even if you come off the bench and do something, that's not the point. Oh, Rice, big challenge. Lovely defending from Saliba. We need a bit more in attack here. I'm not going to lie. When the ball goes up, it's not sticking and it's coming back a little bit too fast for me. I hear that, but Gittins and Garnacho are the same profile. Gittins is just better. Fair enough. I don't watch them enough to know. So I know obviously with Martinelli and Trossard, they're quite different. Arteta not happy about something. I like Scott Parker going for it as well because again, it's a bit of a free hit for Scott Parker. No one was expecting Burnley to beat Arsenal really, so you know. Esteval balling lately. I'm not playing, and I hear him not playing 2 games a week. Yeah, like I bet when we play you lot, he'll play Reece James in the midfield. I bet you because he will want some physical profiles in that midfield. You'll see it now. Like now with Netanyahu is mad. Now, Gyökeres is not on the pitch. We can see how much we're struggling to have the ball stick up top. And this is what he can bring you. Do you know what I'm saying? Although he's not very technical and it's not very pretty, the ball cannot stick up top. And Arsenal can't hold the ball for prolonged periods of times like we did in the first half because they don't have Gyökeres. Coming up to 70 minutes now. I think we need a change here. Let me look at our bench. We may need a fresh attacker on, just for fresh legs, if anything. I think Trossard's doing well. In terms of attack, all we've got is Wanyeri. It's going to be Wanyeri or Dauman. I guess we might not see change then, unless it's 5 minutes left. Run up the likes, man. Yeah, put a like on the video as well. Every like is a goal against Manchester United. And I feel like Arteta's not going to want to play Wanyeri or Dauman, especially Dauman, against this type of Burnley team who will just look to crunch him and foul him, basically. Wanyeri maybe a little bit more, but Dauman definitely not. West side asleep, yeah, because he supports United blood. Trossard for Wanyeri, put Eze left. Dauman will get battered. Trossard for Wanyeri and put Eze on the left. I'm thinking more straight swap for Saka and Wanyeri. I think Trossard's played really well. But you're right. Maybe Eze on the left. Trossard off. Trossard is really, he's got good feet, but he is really struggling with the physical side. Once they double up on him and they get close to him and they just kind of rough him up a little bit, I can see that as a struggle. Can Lewis Skelly come on at all? Maybe. Oh, here we go. It is Ethan. Ethan Wanyeri comes on. It's Eze off. It's Eberici Eze off. And Hincapié is going to come on as well, but I don't know who's going to come off for him. I don't know if it's going to be Timber or it's Calafiori. Calafiori comes off, Hincapié comes on. So it looks like Hincapié is going to go left back. And maybe Wanyeri is going to go in the 10. But I thought it was time for changes. It'll be a physical 20 minutes for Hincapié. He's coming off of an injury as well. So hopefully he can stand up to the physical side of the game. Like I say, he did really well against Brighton. I was really impressed against Brighton. Burnley, they're not as good as Brighton technically, but it's a different type of challenge. And Burnley very nearly in. It's a really well worked free kick. They work it long free kick to the byline. It looks like it's going out. David Raya is pretty much caught out, and he just knocks a header towards the back post. But then the header's over. Brycey, Nick, can't believe you called it about Tank. Didn't think he would fumble the bag. That's all he went to do. That's all he went to do. Bro, you gotta understand something. If you're I don't know anybody. I grew up on the streets. I don't know anybody who's from the roads that made money and stopped doing roadman shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing man in Dubai, a big group of man, everybody's millionaires, everybody's living nice, everybody's beating bare gyal. A man want to fight. Fight. There's gyal around. When I'm in a club and there's 100 gyal around, I don't even notice if there's other man in the club. I'm chatting to gyal. Do you know what I'm saying? So the tendencies that this person has, this person is a person. Man think that if you've got a problem, money's going to change your problem. It's not. It's not. Money's not going to stop your problems. Do you know what I'm saying? Hincapié has played a lot of games left back for Alonso. He's very good there. I don't doubt him at left back. It's just the physical nature of this Burnley team is where I'm concerned, because obviously when we signed him, he had a long injury. and it's taken him a while to get into the team because of the nature of that injury. But if we move the ball well, it should be okay. We go long. Saka doesn't even challenge for it. Zubamendi looking for a pass. It's a good pass. Here's a good pass. I think Saka's actually should have done better there. Apparently, if they, that's what I said, bro. I looked at the table earlier and I was like, bro, if you man lose, if they lose, especially like there's so many other teams that could jump above them as well. If they lose, they'll be in 7th place. But Liverpool, Villa, and Chelsea are all on 9, and Newcastle all could go ahead of them. So it's a long day. Newcastle couldn't, but the others could. So yeah, if Liverpool, Villa, and Chelsea all win their games, do you know what I'm saying? It's done. Hincapié is a physical beast. I like that. I just don't want to see man getting injured. Speaking of physical beasts, here comes Declan Rice. Here comes Declan Rice. Oh, and they've pulled it all the way back for that. The ref has pulled it so far back. That foul was ages ago. This manager doing defensive subs, it depends. If that defensive sub is Harry Maguire, could be a genius move. He's literally Manchester United's best player. One of the best players of all time in a Manchester United shirt. King Harry Maguire. Prince Harry, the real Prince Harry. Nick, I remember I asked you about the odds of Tank using his baby mum for pad work and us pulling out of the fight. I told you. I don't know why everyone got gassed. I knew United weren't back. They just got lucky. All time. I'm bantering these, man. But yeah, he's one of the most clutch players. Who has scored more clutch goals for Manchester United? More clutch goals? Harry Maguire or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? One of them is considered a legend. If Ole is a legend, Maguire has to be a legend. He scored more clutch goals than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Tell me I'm wrong. And now on comes Norgard as well. And to be fair, he's taken off Dallo for Dorgu, so that's like that's not really a defensive. That's like a wing back. Obviously, he attacks with his wing back, so that's kind of an attacking substitution. To be fair, but I'm asking the United fans. I'm asking the United fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Because to me and you, he's not a legend. But I've heard a lot of United fans call Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a legend. Ricky thinks that Norgard's been shaky. I think he's looked okay. Oh, Wanyeri can't quite get the shot away. Unlucky. And they've given the foul against him. Yeah, he should be okay though. 13 minutes. Let me see this one back because Esteve looks like he's in a lot of pain. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Wanyeri's gone straight through the ball. What are they calling for? He's gone for he's had a shot and maybe he's caught a bit of the player, but they've both gone for the ball. They're saying he's gone in studs up. Wanyeri's not gone in studs up. Come on. We're being silly. We're being silly. It's great to have Sean Dyche back in the Premier League as well. And he's got a point to prove as well, because we know he doesn't like that stereotype of him and his defensive first football. We've seen him in multiple interviews and podcasts. You know, he doesn't like that that image that he has. So he'll have a point to prove. Good defender from Nkapie. And this is where Trossard gets into problems, just overplaying very slightly. Just get that ball clear. Get the ball clear, Trossard. He's back in the left back position and he keeps trying to feint and feint and feint. Just fucking clear the ball, man. There you go. And it's Wanyeri that does it in the end. And Bueno corner. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Is that Ahmad? What a goal from Ahmad! What a goal! Ahmad, my baller. Bro, you disavowed these man 2 seconds ago. That's a brilliant goal. Brilliant, brilliant finish. Brilliant finish. Ahmad been boarding for a few weeks still. That's all they need to start gassing him up. But that was a great goal. It is a great, great goal. It's headed clear, and the header is kind of poor. And has he caught that on the volley? He has. He's caught that first time volley. And you know what? Sometimes them goals only happen from like desperation. Sometimes, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of times where Ahmad might not take that shot, but when they're in this position, it's clutch. They need a goal. You know what I mean? And you can just pull something out. And he's one of the players that you want that ball to drop to. But that's very, very good. Very good goal. 2-2. Shane thinks Shesko needs to come off. Trossard. Finding Marino. Marino just holding the ball up a little bit too much. Marino needs runners around him to play his football, as we saw against Brighton with that back heel. Rice. Oh, that ball was nearly very good, but it's cut out by Kyle Walker. Shesko's been shit the whole game. Do you know who's not been shit the whole game? My baller. Gyökeres, blood. A.K.A. Gyok9, blood. NBA Gyok boy in that, blood. That's a foul, ref. Is ref going to let it play on? He does let it play on. Brilliant feat from Wanyeri. Let's go now. Let's go. Take that shot. Take that shot. He does take the shot. Oh, it's just wide. It's just wide. I love watching Wanyeri play. I love watching him play. He ain't shit. Wrong game plan against the wrong team. You can't play a target man against Sean Dyche. Nick was telling us Marino over Yokozuna. Tell him to twang you. Earlier on in the season, while my Aryan King is adjusting to the Prem, do you know what I'm saying? Once he looks around, you got to understand, as an Aryan man, yeah, when he's playing in London at home, he's going to be better on the road, isn't it? Because when he looks in the stands and he's in Burnley and everyone's white and blonde and blue eyes and that, he's going to feel at home. Then he can flourish. So I'm saying, if there's too many melanated man, it's all gonna get blurry. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what it is. Time to get Saka off. Diamond would destroy this lot. I don't know about destroy because these lot will kick the living shit out of Max Down if he gets on the pitch. They really, really will. So I don't know. If it is Max Dowman, I think 87, 88 minutes, literally, we're going to give him like 2 minutes of game time plus added time, maybe 5 or 6 minutes of play, because they'll try to break his legs every chance they get, 100%. I'd like to see Dowman come on. I would. But I don't want him to come on with too many minutes left. So, I mean, against this very big, strong, athletic Burnley team who are 2-0 down, quite frustrated and know they're not going to come back into the game. Cross comes into the box. It goes. And we're going to go for a long throw. But I agree. I would get Saka off and get Dowman on, but maybe in a few minutes from now. There's going to be Norgard to go for the throw. I thought normally Declan Rice goes for the long throws, but it's going to be Norgard. Meanwhile, Man United are defending a corner from Nottingham Forest. I'd love to see Nottingham Forest goal here. Long throw comes in, and it goes for a corner. For it should be a corner. Yeah, the ref's giving it. Good refereeing. It's another Declan Rice corner. 85 minutes in. Everyone wants to kick down, and Arteta said his teammates were kicking him in training, didn't stop him. Getting kicked in training amongst friends is different to getting kicked in a competitive Premier League game, though, to be fair. If we can score this goal now, I would have Dalman on. It's a great corner. Good punch from Dubravka, to be fair. Saka, what can you do? We just end up going all the way home. Make sure you run up the lights, man. Then we've got a stream going on later on, 100%. We got boxing later. The undercard is dead, but that means we got a lot of time to talk about everything else. We can talk about the Tottenham versus Chelsea game. We can talk about Manchester United and Amorim. We can talk about Arsenal's, Shane thinks that our defense is overrated. That video should be coming out soon. We can discuss. But this could be 5 minutes left. Don't want to jinx it, but it could be another Premier League clean sheet. It's a good little ball in behind. Great defending. Is that Rice? It's really, really lovely defending from Rice. Saka legit looks tired. He may have to come off. Obviously, we've got Erdegaard injured. Cunha also died. We've got to talk about Crawford versus Janabek. Yep. And there was another fight. I can't remember what it was, but it was announced just after we wrapped up the podcast. Another fight was announced. I was going to say, can we get that ball clear? We have got it clear. 86 minutes. Everything else is still the same in all the other Premier League games at the moment as it stands. Remember, we've got Martinelli out injured, Erdegaard out injured, Havertz out injured, and a lot of people disregarding Jesus, because I've said I'm excited to see Jesus come back into the team. But a lot of people feel like, I know there's been reports he might leave, but a lot of people feel like he won't have any part of the team. I'd be surprised if he has no part in this team. I really would. We've got so much Madueke out injured. We've got a lot of players to add to this team. But this is one of the reasons that Saka's still on the pitch. He definitely needs to be rotated. And it'd be good to see Dalman. Now it's 87 and a half minutes. It'd be good to see Dalman come on and get 4 or 5 minutes of playing time. Hincapié coming forwards. Arsenal capable of scoring a third goal. We should go for a third goal, really. It's one of the criticisms that people have of us. Will be interesting to see how United do during AFCON with the whole right side gone. Yep, Shane mentioned that on the podcast as well. Your Boatsi and Parker stream is set for 9. Is that for the undercard or just the ring walk for the main event? That'll be for the undercard. Not the whole undercard, but the main event will probably be 10, 10:30, 10:40. So I don't know. So somewhere around there. We're just picking a random time to go live, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. Marino almost finds Trossard. I wonder if he doesn't just take a shot there, Marino. Hey, Shane, your brother looks like Tuanzebe, blood. I forgot about Tuanzebe. Oh, my days. Great tackle from Timber. But Burnley still coming forwards. Looks like Saka's going to play the full 90. Norgard sends it for a corner. It's a good chance for Burnley here. Not the best corner from Burnley, to be fair. Rice has been sensational today. He's been really, really good. Now on comes Lewis Skelly. Last 4 minutes. And Saka's going to stay on. It's actually, is that Trossard coming off? It is Trossard coming off and Lewis Skelly coming on. Trossard's done well today. Physical game, not really his style of game, really, but he has done very well. Bremo just skipped past the defender, just touching and gone. Marino's not been great since he's come on, to be fair. Not been as effective as I would normally like to see him be. And we haven't really played to his strengths. I thought that we were going to put some crosses into the box for him. We just kind of played with no striker for a bit, really. Lovely touch. That's better from Marino. Norgard. It's a good strike from Christian Norgard, to be fair. There's a lovely little flick from Marino to get Norgard in there. Coming towards the end of the game, Arsenal just creeping forwards with these long throws. Can we get a third? It's another throw again. We're slightly creeping forwards and forwards for a corner, you know. I'm not going to lie. We're just creeping towards the corner flag. Saka and Rice discussing the corner. I don't know if the ref's going to come over and have a word to get them to kind of hurry up a bit. Another Rice corner. Could it be? Goes towards the back post. It's a brilliant header. We got there first, but we couldn't get the shot away. Wanyeri misses it. Now Burnley going to look to break. Good defending from Arsenal. Just held some really good defensive positions, and the winger was looking for a pass. And they've given a free kick. We've gone to ground to make a tackle, and as Gabriel's gone to ground, he's put his hand out to break his fall. And is the ref going to give me a yellow card for that? That seems a very harsh yellow card. Seems a harsh yellow card there, but there you go. Why are you fuming? Full time in the Crystal Palace game, 2-0 to them. Full time, the Nottingham Forest 2-2 against Manchester United. 3-0, by the way, in the end. Brighton over Leeds. 3-0, Fulham over Wolves. Still 2-0 here, but the game's not quite finished. They have a free kick, probably the last play of the game, and Burnley have a free kick here. Ethan is on the lay on the floor behind the wall duty, the draft excluder. Free kick. Oh, it's a great free kick. It's saved, but it was a very, very good free kick from Edwards. Is that saved or is that off the post? I think that was a save. Brilliant. But the game's done. Full time, 2-0. Arsenal win 2-0 away from home. Another clean sheet. I don't even know if they had many shots on target. I really don't. What were the stats in the end? I don't even know. Let's have a look. They had one shot on target for the whole game. We restricted them to very, very little. And to be fair to Burnley, they're just outside the relegation zone as it stands. They played. I don't want to say they played well. That was their only shot on target. I thought it might have been the free kick right at the end was their only shot on target, and it's a brilliant save. It was a good free kick, very, very brilliant save from David Raya. And to be fair to Burnley, they played football. They came out, they tried to play some football. I'd say the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes were maybe their best periods of the game. But it was always going to be difficult. It was always going to be very, very difficult against this Arsenal team. We got a free kick. We got a corner kick, scored from that. Corner kick goes to the back post from Declan Rice. Calafiori heads it back across the goal, and Gyökeres gets the knock in. Another good goal, really important for his confidence. I wonder how many goals that puts him on now. Let's have a look. Is he on 5 now? He's on 4. He's on 4 goals. If he can be on double figures before Christmas, I'll absolutely take that. Do you know what I mean? He's on 4 goals, and he's still bedding into the team. You still don't feel like he's really hit the peak or hit the height of where he can get to, but he gets that goal. Then Trossard puts a cross away, and Declan Rice gets a goal as well. I think there would have been a little bit more rotation had we had, Saka looked a bit tired late on. Trossard, we needed a little bit of rotation. At half time, Gyökeres comes off. He gets his goal, but he doesn't even play the full game, by the way. He only plays 45 minutes. It was probably the best 45 minutes I've seen from Gyökeres in an Arsenal shirt. To be honest, the actual goal that Declan Rice got, he hits this, Modric-esque cutting pass across the back four from the right wing across to the left wing through the defence for Trossard to get onto, and that's the cross that leads to Declan Rice's goal. It was a really, really brilliant play from him, and not really his style of play. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of him growing in confidence, getting better and better and better as the season goes on. He's bedding into the team. He's offering a lot. And I said before, if you're not going to offer 20 goals like Haaland, 30 goals, you need to offer other stuff. And like Ricky points out, he got 2 goals in UCL as well. But he's starting to offer a lot more from the physical side, from the creative side, from all different sides. He's offering so much across the team, and becoming a really essential player. He's getting better and better as the time goes on. So there's no reason why for me to think that he won't end the season on 10, 15 goals, possibly some assists. And that's just in the league, more in the cups as well. He didn't even play against Brighton. In the League Cup. So, really, really good game from him. Unbelievable game from Declan Rice. Such a good game from Declan Rice. I thought Saka was quiet, and I think that were Martinelli or Ødegaard or other attacking options fit, he probably would have come off a little bit earlier. As it is, he had to play the full 90. And now we go into Slavia Praha on Tuesday, which would be a challenging game, but hopefully a game where we can rotate. We should be seeing a Dauman. We should be seeing, Ricky said we had this chat. You weren't convinced that he was doing a lot. You wanted to see more. 100%. It's a team game. It's a team sport. And in the beauty of a team sport like football is you can always contribute. And if you can't go and score goals, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? Can you drop into the midfield and make yourself an option? Can you create some link up play and get your wingers and number 10s scoring goals? We were on the receiving end of a long throw or a corner or something, some sort of attack of Burnley where they committed a lot of players forwards. And he's the one on the counter attack. Traditionally, he's not the one you want on the counter attack. Really, you want Saka. He wasn't in the right position, Saka. You want Martinelli. Martinelli's not fit. You want maybe Madueke. Gyökeres is not the player that you want breaking on the counter attack. He's not the best dribbler. He's not the best passer. He's not normally creative, but he shrugs off a defender, wins the ball, hits a long diag, and that eventually leads to a goal. That's what you can do. You can contribute to the game in so many other ways if there's one aspect of your game that isn't really working. Thought Zubimendi was quite good today, and the changes I thought were good, but obviously it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't have the full strength team. We still have Havertz, Jesus, Madueke, Martinelli, Ødegaard, all to come into this team. We still don't have Wanyeri and Dauman fully integrated into the team just yet. That will happen as the season goes on. So there's lots of reasons to be positive. One goal was from a set piece. It's against Burnley. These things are going to happen. This is what you're going to expect. Their only shot on target was in the 94th minute from a free kick. And that's it. We restricted them to very little. And this is what I always say when people say we play defensive football. We don't. We play a game where we can control the game. We can control the game. We've controlled 70, 80 minutes of that game. The vast majority of the game, we're in complete control of the game. And there's no need for us to be reckless or be super attacking, or it's not necessary. What is the point in us conceding a goal, chasing a 3-0, and then changing the dynamic of the game and changing the dynamic of how we feel defending in our next game and our next game? Part of the composure is that we can cruise to 2-0 victories. That's part of what builds that composure in this team. Mikel Arteta knows his players. He knows the mentality of the team. And playing this high-octane, stressful football, first of all, there's a physical aspect to the stress. There's a mental aspect to the stress. If we can get to 1, 2, or 3-0 in as stress-free a way as possible, that's less stress on the body, that's less stress on the mind, that allows us to be fresher when we go into the next game. And that's exactly what we did. You don't watch Bouncer, do you? I try not to, but sometimes it's unavoidable. People send me clips. But Bouncer's a madman because on this channel, we talk about sports and sometimes sports goes into other stuff. Bouncer's channel, he just talks about anything and everything. So I don't want this channel to be an anything and everything type of channel. Maybe we've got Only Facts Extra. If you want to see more controversial, cancelled content stuff over there, go over there. Only Facts Extra, and that's where we'll talk about all the other mad, scandalous Bouncer stuff. We might have to start doing lives over on that channel, so we can discuss that, the shade bar and all that kind of stuff. We can discuss all that. But for today, Arsenal, another set piece goal, another open play goal as well, another Gyökeres goal, another clean sheet, a clean sheet away from home. We have now still only conceded, 10 games in, and we've conceded 3 goals in 10 games. If we keep this up, we should concede 10 to 12 goals all season. If we can only concede 10 goals all season, which is crazy, like, you know, we'll probably concede more. But if we only concede 10 goals all season, there is a very good chance that we win the league. Do you know what I mean? Very, very good chance. And it was also great to watch Man United die and just scrape a draw against Nottingham Forest as well. So happy days. We are live later. Obviously, please do be around for the Boazzi versus Parker live. We're going to be talking about all things, you know, then we can talk about bouncer and all this kind of stuff. We'll talk about all that over there. But for now, I'm out. Peace and love. Put a like on the video on the way out. Nick J. Francis, Only Fact Sports. You already know what it is. Thank you for a good stream by chance, but I found you by chance, but sub to you now. Thank you so much, Granddaddy Guna. Thank you so much. We cover football, we cover boxing. I don't know if you're into boxing at all, but we're going to be covering all that good stuff. So pleasure to have you here. We're on the road to 5K. So any Arsenal fans, we're going to be into Man United streams because my co-host supports Manchester United because he's not a very sensible person. So he will be doing some Manchester United streams, and then most weekends we're doing boxing streams as well. So we're here. We are here with lots of good content. So send it over to the fans and send it fans of Arsenal, Man United, and send it over to people like AT who are our resident haters. They just come and bring hater energy, and we need hater energy because when we lift that Premier League trophy at the end of the season, we're going to be shaking it in the faces of people like AT. Pause on all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go get some food and I'll be back in a few hours. See you, man, then. Peace and love every time. See you guys shortly. Love.